Happy Sunday, you all, and happy Easter. We are back for this week. So we'll be doing our recap and outlook for the week. So right here we have GPUSD trade I sent to you, and that was on Friday. So I had this point of interest and this area, my zone for buy zone. Now, why was I expecting a buy from here? So let me explain that first. H4 time frame, we have what support level right here, and we have a void in a week. So I had that area as my point of what interest for a buy since market has broken structure on that 4-hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, this area is internal structure of this structure range, and I'm not expecting market to watch below this low before taking out this high. So that means this high is my major target, but I'm not expecting market to take this low. So you can use internal structure or the primary POI, because if market take this one, this also internal structure, and we have gotten week to week mitigation. So anything that makes market to take out this will likely also take out this. So market use internal structure to continue the buy. Now, but before that, I took entry right here by program offered what I show for setup. But before this second entry, I took first entry right here after market broke this little high right here. Okay. After market broke this little high right here, waited for lower time frame M1 confirmation around here. I took an entry. So I took a loss right here in this second trade, which was on Friday. So those are the two trades I took that very day on GPUSD. Now looking at market from that higher time frame. So let me remove that off now. So the next thing we expect of market is to continue the bullish expansion, and continue the bullish expansion. What the market created? Market gave us what? Engulfing of this high. All right, market engulfed this high. So this means that this week we're also expecting market to give us a retracement and a structural continuation to the upside. And if market decide to give us what? A midweek reversal, we expect market to trade into this long week, right? Into this support level right here. So this will be our next major zone on this time frame for a buy vision. But before that buy continuation, we expect what? Lower time frame continuation. All right. Before that major pullback, we expect lower time frame continuation. So for that lower time frame continuation, what I expect market to what? Market can trade back into this internal structure right here. This is a higher high, right? This is inducement low. You see how market rejects this candle, reject this high. So that means the low of it can be what? Inducement low. So market can use it as what? Inducement. Then having these two together, this can be what? Another liquidity you can expect of this and expect market to buy from this particular zone. So I can expect market to what? To buy from here. Market goes retracement, then I can expect what market to buy from here. The upside. So this is my major zone. Why this is your primary zone. If market give us what midweek reversal for a deep pullback before we start looking for what a retracement or some buy movement. So that's what I expect. Now we also look at what Euro USD. So on Euro USD, we saw how market traded from this support level right here, this support level. And before that, in my community, also I gave them look this Euro USD that very Thursday for a buy program that we look for a buy from here. And market further little buy. After that, it came back to that zone and it's what consolidating within that area. So that was that. But since market did not use that momentum, take this high out. So that means we have to understand the reversal market is giving us. So on the time frame, we have that word engulfing. All right. Now on this time frame, we have a reversal right here, but not kind of like a share with reversal. Also on 1 hour time frame, there's no charity reversal. Now that makes what a little bit what complex for us to what I expect what a buy continuation. So that means this is what accumulation. Now this accumulation matters a lot. So if market decide to manipulate to the downside within this structure range, within this trapped range, if market manipulate to the downside to trade into the upside, we look for a buy program. But if market manipulate to the upside, maybe to use it to absorb this high, all right, then we look for what a bearish expansion into this other range. But that side, the first thing you have to understand here is that we are still within the structure range, all right? This H1 structure range. So market is here to out this low. So absorb this low as liquidity Friday, broke a short term right here. So we can expect what a buy program the upside. We can expect what a buy program the upside. But if that buy program have rejection above this high on H4 or on this H1 time frame, I can consider that to be what a reversal for a bearish program. For a bearish program, if market reject this high, so I can expect that to be what a reversal because this is what consolidation, right? Just like this consolidation right here. So after market consolidated right here, manipulated to the downside, then expanded to the upside. So this consolidation right here now, this is supposed to be a continuation, expansion continuation, but market did not offer it like that. So this is another consolidation we are trading within, especially using the body of the candle. So using the body of the candle, you can you understand the market is trapped within this range right here. So that is that, and that is what market offered for this week. So one of the three I also did this week was this sell, which I also update within my community for this low to be taken out. Now, initially for that week, on a Monday of it, I was expecting market to give us a buy. All right. I was expecting market to give us a buy to the upside, but that buy failed. So after that buy failed, that very Monday, I was expecting that buy to continue that very Monday before Tuesday. But since that buy did not hold, Tuesday market offered what? A reason for us to sell this high as liquidity for the sell program to target this what? Friday low. So after market targeted this Monday low, market also targeted Friday low. So those are the major that market offered that very day. So our major bias on this pair is what? Bullish. That is number one thing you have to understand. So since our major bias is bullish, looking at market on this higher time frame, all right, this higher time frame, we have last week high, which is this. We have last 2 weeks high, all right. So these two can be a liquidity or last week low can be a liquidity. So depending on how market manipulate. So market can manipulate above this last week high, all right. After that consolidation, read this high, take out this high only without taking this one. If you give us a reason for sell, we update us, then we look for sell to target last week low. But if not, if market give us what manipulation to the downside, then we seek for what higher high for market to target this last week high and last 2 weeks high, which is my major bias. So I'm expecting a manipulation to the downside, then expansion the upside. So this is my major bias on Euro USD. Same thing as I'm expecting a buy continuation GB USD. Those are the major program I have for the week, and I also update it in the channel. So that is the major setups I have. And on this, we are buying. So the next target is what? Probably what? Last week high and this high also. This can be what? A draw of liquidity for us to target within the week. So since market is not yet settled within the week, tomorrow or this night, I will also send outlook and markup for you all. All right. So that is it. Now, we got a question and I want to explain it right here. How I frame my entry bias within those zone I do send. Now, one of the major things to do is this. So if let's say, for example, I mark out my major zone, right, without refinement. So if I want to refine, I will refine it to what? To a smaller zone, the last mitigated zone or support level. Mitigation or support level. Those are the two refinement I use. So if let's say, for example, I have a supported level right here, I expect market to trade to the structure range. Now, if market before market trade into the structure range, there are two things I do expect, right? I will expect what? That market create what? Major low, right? A major low. Then market use this low as liquidity before creating it, before taking this low out. create maybe internal structure or range structure, then above it break structure to the upside right here. Using this as a liquidity, I can expect market to buy from here, right? This is one of the methods I use for my entry continuation. Another one is this can be a range structure, right? Now another one is this. So if this one did not present itself, I have what called CRT reversal, right? You can also use that as what an entry, or you use this also as an entry. So before market into a period of interest, wait for market to manipulate, right? At this high as a manipulation, you use this little low that took at this high as liquidity now, then you wait for a break of structure to the upside by buy program. So this can be another method I use for my entry continuation. So that is all for today. Nothing much. So that is all in terms of the technical analysis. So let's look at the code report we have and use it analyze this coming week and market. So here we have AUD dollar. So on AUD, we went from what 75 to 63 to 58. This means what AUD gaining strength. They close what 10,000 short contract. All right. They close this sell position. So we have what 58,000. So that means what AUD USD is bullish. That is the first one. So that means you have what you are looking for more buy program on Australian dollar. Canadian dollar, the same thing. We went from what 130, 1 minus 130 and minus 119 to minus 83. So this means what Canadian dollar is also gaining strength. You will look for more bearish program. Now Swiss franc went from what 40 minus 42,000 minus 30 minus 28. This means Swiss franc is also gaining strength against the dollar. And we have euro. We went from what we are increasing now 51, 59, 69. So that means euro is super strong. The same thing on British pounds. So British pounds look like what British pounds is losing strength based on the code report. So we have what minus we have a 34,000 to 17,000 to what 6,000. So that means GPP is losing strength gradually. But technical analysis is also telling us that what GPP is still bullish. All right. Since GPP is still bullish, we are not going to be looking for this bearish expansion yet until market give us what a major shift of structure or a change in character by breaking structure to the downside to give us what a bearish expansion. Then we will align with this bearish intensity. All right. We have good right here. We went from what 2,000 or 2,715 to 2,000 or 200 2,200, all right? Going from 2,000 to 2,200, all right? So that means buyers are now in control on good. One from 200,000, I meant to say 202,000, all right? So that means buyers are now in control. If buyers are in control, that will give us a hint that we will be looking for a good buy program. So let's look at good and see what we expect for the week. So on good, we are looking to buy good. That is what it means. That means we are buying good. So I will upload, I will update my own analysis. So I've already updated it within my student. That was on Friday. I expect them that good will continue buying, but that is the first analysis. But the another analysis is that we need what a break of structure is high before we seek for that more buy program. All right, good is buying. So this is what the major POI we look for a buy program. So I'm looking for a buy program at this support level right here, or within this imbalance, give us what expansion to the outside. So this is my major view for the week on good, since buyers now are what coming into the market. Except we have another fundamental from Trump that can what destabilize the market. If not, we're expecting what we're expecting what a major move to the upside on good. So that is all for today. Good luck. Go trading to you all, and happy Easter once again.